Hi friends, I am back to do my June TBR. I definitely did take a little bit of time off in May. I always say I'm not going to, and then I always wind up taking time off. It's not what this one was definitely like the least planned because I did have enough content and then I just got into show prep mode. I do a show every May or June. This year it happened to be in May, and it just got a bit busy for the last 2 weeks. It was just like a rush crush to the end. The kids did such a good job. I'm like so proud of them, but definitely took a lot of my focus and a lot of my like mental energy, which is good because they're totally worth it and like I wouldn't have it any other way. But my focus in reading definitely went down, and I feel bad for my escape team because I don't think I gave them the attention that they needed or wanted or desired, but that is okay. So I am here to do my amazing readathon TBR, which is really, really exciting. I love this readathon. I do it every year. It's hosted by Bree from Four Paws in a Book. I am on Team Gail Weavers. Our bonus prompt is trials and competitions or sports. Not all of these books have those. And I'm a little bit of a divergent reader. Like I physically read a different genre than I audiobook listen to. So like I really am just going to make 2 TBRs, and honestly whatever I listen to or read faster will be the book that counts for that prompt, and then the other book will hopefully count for a sightseeing prompt. But the sightseeing prompts we don't know yet. We know the city prompts, which is the opposite of last year. So yeah, I'm really excited though. I'm excited for this thing. I'm excited to just kind of reset my life. I always say like June is my month that I kind of reset a lot of things. I reset my classroom. I plan for next year. I have a lot of days off. I have to say goodbye to my seniors this year, which we're not even going to talk about that because I'm going to get very emotional, and they already see me cry enough because I get emotional when I think about them, but I have to say goodbye to them in like 2 weeks. But also like this month is just a weird month. We have a lot of days off. Lose my seniors midway through the month. But yeah, hopefully that means I have a lot of audiobook listening time and a lot of physically reading time. But yeah, so let's get into it. We're going to start with the prompts, and at the end I'll talk about anything else that I want to chit chat about. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into the prompts. The first prompt is read a cozy read. So I am going to pick up Coffee Shops in an Alternative Universe by C.B. Lee. The other bonus prompt is reading a book that has LGBTQ plus representation in it. This will work for that. It won't work for my trials and competition prompt, but I'm actually really excited for this one. It looks really, really cute and quick, and I do love cozy things. This one does come out in early June because I got this at Barnes & Noble Fest and I just haven't got around to it. But yeah, this cover is really, really cute. And the next book for that is like my audiobook is Mocha. It's the next Ellie Alexandra book that I literally like stopped listening to just because it didn't have like, it had a trial and competition. So Mocha She Wrote is the next book in that series. I will attach a photo here. And this is one that has like a barista competition connected to it. And I always say I'm going to read these both simultaneously. One will get chosen and one hopefully will work for like a bonus prompt. This does have a competition element, which is great, but it doesn't have an LGBTQ plus representation that I can recall. So yeah, that is where we are with that. And then the next prompt is read a book that features a romance. So I wound up choosing Where Shadows Bloom by Catherine Bankswell. This does have a sapphic storyline in it. Doesn't have a competition that I don't think it does. I'm gonna read this book and find out, but I doubt it has a competition in it. But this is a sapphic story. And I have really wanted to read this author, so I want to pick this one up and see if I like it. But yeah, that is where we are with that. And then the other book that I'm going to read that has a romance and has sports elements is Unloved by Peyton Corinne. I will attach the photo here. This is the sequel to Unsteady. It does have a sports element. I can't remember what sport it was. I think it was hockey, if I remember correct, but there is a competition element to that as well because he's a sports player. And yeah, I'm really excited for that one. That one should be super fun, and it will be a quick audiobook listen. I got that off of Everand. And then the next prompt is read a book that has a green cover. Honestly, the back of this is more green than anything, but I'm going to pick Fable at the End of the World by Ava Reed. This is my book that I got at YALLFest, and I haven't read it yet. Again, I really do want to because it's supposed to give me like Last of Us vibes, which I'm loving. Like that's been my show of the year right now. I absolutely adore it. And it's supposed to be a sapphic romance. So I'm excited to see if that is true. I've heard mixed reports on that, but this one will work for that. Yeah. And it also is a sapphic story as well. And then the other one is directed by Lucy Parker. I will have attached a photo here. This is a very, very obviously green cover. And this is an Audible original romance that is narrated by Nicola Coughlan, who I love. She is Penelope Featherington from Bridgerton, and it's a very, very obviously green cover. So if for some reason I finish that first, I just can't save Fable for another prompt. And I think there is a competition in this one as well. So like, this is a good book to just have on the back burner because it does fit a lot of things, but I don't know if I'm going to finish it in the leg that I'm supposed to. So that might be a sightseeing prompt book at some point in the readathon. And then the next book is read a book with lower ratings that you think you're still gonna like. So I have two. I have my physical book is If I Have to Be Haunted by Miranda Sun. I haven't really heard anyone talk about it, and I looked it up and it was below 3.5, which is my threshold, but it's such a pretty edition. It's a little bit spooky, and I'm excited. I really, really want to dive into this one and see if I like it. So if I don't, I can put it up on Pango. And then my audiobook for this is Finding Your Edge by Jennifer Lippin thing. I'm going to attach a photo here, but it's called Finding Your Edge. This is another book that will count for my bonus point because it's all about ice skating and it's a romance. I started it and then I realized it was like so Olympic-y, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to put it down. I'm going to save it for Amazing because there is a prompt for that, and I don't have a ton of competition books. But yeah, so that is where we are with that. And the next prompt is read a book set in a big city. So I wound up picking up The Last Blood Carver by Vanessa Lee. It said it was set in a big city, and I'm going to give it a shot and see if I feel it. If not, I can find another one, but this is the one that I chose. It's a shorter YA fantasy, which is definitely what I want to read right now. Like, I have literally been reading a 500-page book for like 2 weeks, so I really want to pick up my pace, but I'm not done yet. So yeah, this is the one for that. And then the book for my audiobook I'm going to read is The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. I'm going to attach a photo here. There is sports connected to this because the guy plays some type of sport, but I don't really know what it is. But it's also set in a big town, which I'm excited for. I haven't read anything in the series, but I really do want to. So yeah, that is where we are with that. And if I didn't attach a photo, I will do it here. Totally forgot a prompt. So there is a prompt where you have to read a book that has a violent word in the title. So I have Strike the Zinter, which I will attach a photo of here. And I also have The Grid Reaper's Guide to Killing. I'm just going to attach them both here. I forgot to film the clip because I filmed this video twice and I had to delete all my footage. So that I'm just going to put here. Those are the two books. One will be an audio, one will be a physical. And I just forgot to include it. Sorry. And then the next book is read a book with like a godly or like a celestial word in the title. So I pick up Wing of Starlight by Alison Saft. I will be honest, I have had a little bit of issue with this author, but I want to give her a shot in all of her adventures. And this is her Disney book. And I've had her actually read a couple of these. And this is supposed to be a romance between the Queen of Pixhalla and the Lord of the Winter Woods. So that sounds really, really interesting and I would like to read it. And then my audiobook is out by Olivia White. I will attach a photo here. I don't know the name of it, but it's a historical sapphic romance. I'm going to attach a photo here. And celestial is obviously a celestial word, so that will work. And yeah, then the next two books I have is read a shorter book. So my graphic novel that I'm going to pick up is City of Dragons, Rise of Shadowfire. This is a sequel. I have been so bad at reading sequels this year. Incredibly awful. But this one did get picked for that. And then my audiobook is going to be Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I do not want to read this book because I love the main character so much and I know how her story ends. So I've been putting this book off for a lot, but I do really, really want to read Reckless this summer. So yeah, Powerful will be the next book on this, and I will listen to it, and I will finally get around to it so I can move on, but I'm sure my heart will break reading that story. So yeah, and if I didn't attach a photo, I will attach it here. And the next book is read a book with an over-the-top cover. So we have two, and I actually have audiobooks for both of these, so I don't know which one is going to go, but I picked up the Amalfi Curse by Sarah Perner, which I want to love this book so much because it's so pretty and it just has so many sprayed edges. And then I also picked up Long Live Evil by Sarah Reese Brennan, which is another book that's super over the top and just is like very, very over the top cover. So these are going to be the two that I'm picking from. If I had to choose, I would probably say I would physically read this and listen to this, but I have no idea what's going to happen in the moment, where we are with that. And then the last prompt that we know of is reading a book with a chilly or spooky cover, and I got The Bad Ones by Melissa Albert. I got this so long ago and I never read it. This is probably the biggest book too, so I don't know if it's like the best book to pick for a readathon, but I'm gonna add it. And then my audiobook for that is It Found Us by Lindsay Curry, which is a middle grade horror. I will have attached a photo here. And that's the prompts. So yeah, and again, like I always say that this is just my plans at the moment. I was trying to pick books that I thought would work, and I can always say that like these may change. These may not be the books that I do read, but it's the plan of attack. And yeah, I'm really excited. So let me know in the comments if you're participating, what team you're on, what book must you read this month, because I have to know and see if we have any shared loves or shared tropes. If you think of any trials or competition books that would work for these prompts, tell me below. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. And I'm so excited for the Amazing Readathon, and I can't wait to follow it and vlog it for you guys. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.